Hello, Serious Survivor here. And today I want to talk about what we saw happen with the cyber attack on Colonial Pipeline. But first, a quick word from our sponsors for this video. Now, are you saving for your retirement or just treading water? Are you dependent on stocks or mutuals when diversifying what you really need to boost your funds? Do you know it's easy to move out of an old 401k into precious metals like gold? And that's predicted to go up to $2,500 an ounce soon. This could be the answer for you. So call the team at Noble Gold. Do it this month and they'll give you a free 22 karat American Eagle coin. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com. That's noblegoldinvestments.com. This caused them to halt operations, and they're not really sure when it's going to be back up. It probably won't be down for too long. I'm pretty sure that it'll be back running before too long. But this serves as a warning for us. Think about the effect that this will have on down the line in just a few days on the price and the supply of gasoline. We're already seeing an increase in gasoline prices. We're already seeing an increase in food prices and an increase in the price of just about every item on the market right now. As fuel prices increase, then we're going to see inflation raise at a rate that we haven't seen before, at least in a very long time. But I want to talk about the effect and what we can expect from this. This type of cyber attack, this ransomware, we've seen go on for years and years now. This has been an ongoing problem, especially in the private sector. Thousands upon thousands of people have experienced this on a personal level, having their computers ransomed or hijacked, and then having to basically pay a fake company or some type of company to free up or to fix their computer. And this costs the average person several $100s. It happened to me once a few years back. I was able to straighten mine out, but not without losing a lot of my data. And that's the case for a lot of people. Most people are going to end up paying that ransom to get their computers back unlocked. Now, when we start looking at these type of attacks on the energy sector, this is really concerning. This is something we've talked about for a very long time. And it's not just the cyber attack aspect, but the impact that it's going to have. What we see right here is a cyber attack on basically gasoline supply. Imagine if this was a cyber attack on the nuclear power station that is supplying power to your general area. Then this could theoretically shut down the power in your area, causing a grid down situation. Now, I wouldn't expect a nationwide attack on all of the power plants or all of the pipelines, but think about the combination of these factors. If the attackers combined their targets and targeted different entities, and what I mean is a few power stations here or there, a few pipelines here or there, other supply chains here and there. They don't have to target one industry specifically. They can pick and choose and target different aspects of different industries, causing a domino effect basically. This is really something that we need to be concerned about and we need to be prepared for. As far as just being an average citizen like myself and being a prepper, there's nothing I can do to stop cyber attacks from happening, but I can prepare myself and my family for a possible grid down situation or an economic shutdown or lockdown like we've sort of already experienced, but to a much more severe level. If our gasoline supply is interrupted too much, then transportation will basically be halted and only the essential people will be allowed to travel. And this is extremely concerning because we're starting to see the bigger picture unfold. And we're starting to see that it's not going to be one big thing that brings this country to its knees. It's going to be the combination of events working together that in effect will bring us to our knees, will shut this nation down. And my real concern is I'm not seeing a lot of reaction from this new administration to stop these types of advances, these types of attacks on our country. As a matter of fact, a lot of these attacks are suspected to come from countries like China and Russia, who in essence are our two biggest adversaries right now. This is just the beginning of these types of attacks, I do believe. Although they have been ongoing for years, I do believe that it's going to get worse as time goes by over the course of this year. This year is going to be a very interesting, and I use that word interesting in quotations there. It's going to be a very interesting year to see what all unfolds between now and the beginning of 2022. There's a lot of things that have already happened this year. And every day that we turn the TV on, every day that we watch the news, we're seeing more and more events that are all leading towards the same thing. And in my opinion, these are leading towards basically the downfall of the United States if something isn't done. We've got countries that are threatening us, and they've been threatening us for years, but now they have the capabilities to actually act on these threats, and we're seeing this with these cyber attacks. We're at a pivotal turning point for this nation. We can't stop or make or force our government to take action and to do things about this. All we can do is be prepared and make sure that we have what we need to take care of those around us. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about this, about how I believe this is just the start of something big that we're going to see come to a culmination probably by the end of this year or early next year. And it's not going to be good. It's going to be something that truly does bring this nation to its knees, because we are so reliant on air travel. We're so reliant on travel in general, gasoline, electricity, electronic devices, that multiple cyber attacks could actually expose our biggest weakness. And our biggest weakness right now is our infrastructure and our leadership at the highest levels. And that weakness is evident by the lack of leadership we're seeing. The only type of leadership that we are seeing is leading us in the wrong direction. It's actually opening us up to more illegal immigration. It's actually opening us up to more cyber attacks and to more economic attacks. And we're going to see this culminate before the end of the year. And this is another reason why I feel like it's good to protect your money, good to protect your finances, not just keeping your money in electronic format. A lot of people have a lot of money online, basically, in their bank accounts, in their stock markets, in their IRAs, and their 401ks. And that's great if the world was a great place to live in. But as we see, this world is crumbling down around us. There are talks of World War III, there are talks of nuclear war, and now there are talks of biological warfare with the recent documents that were discovered or actually uncovered and made public that came from China, detailing China's plan to use biological warfare to dominate what they call World War III. So we really need to be prepared, and we really need to make sure that we have the supplies that we can take care of our family in every aspect. Group survival is more important now than it's ever been. And that's because when the power goes down, when the grid goes down, when the economy collapses because the bank accounts are hacked or the bank accounts are shut down completely when the grid goes down, then there are going to be a lot of people that become an enemy overnight. And I hate to say that, but that just is the truth. We see the crime in the streets increasing. Crime is higher than it's ever been. This is the most dangerous country in the world right now. And that's saying a lot, considering there are a lot of third world countries that are at war internally. And it's still more dangerous to walk the streets in some places of the United States than it is in some places in other countries. So having a group with you is going to be a very important aspect and could be a determining factor in survival. We're going to get deeper into these subjects. I just wanted to touch on this. I just got back from vacation, so I just wanted to touch on this and get started with talking about some very serious subjects over the course of this week. Make sure to tune into the channel. Thanks a lot for watching. And for now, Serious Survivor, out.